Good stay. Good stay. We're sit and stay. And this little white dog, good stay. T-O-B-Y, when he's out here with me, loves to run around. And for anybody with a small dog, oops, see, there you go, left turn Toby. He's paying attention, he's watching. Good, good. Toby down. Yes! How fun is that when you have a little dog, you're watching for their little cues? Let me change the camera so you can see Toby, because this is a real agility dog, but some little dog breeds are nosy nose. They're smelling, they're getting into everything. Toby, come. I'm gonna let him be at the side of me. Recall is a very big deal with any dog, but I'm just, yes, good. And this is his second breakfast. So dog training at 9 o'clock in the morning is great for me tuning in with all the folks who love and support the National PTSD Service Association, what we're doing for veterans and first responders. Thank you for that. And in the virtual dog training, I know a lot of the dog training facilities are filled up with people inspired, and I'm seeing in the parks early in the morning that the inspiring thing that's happened is folks are getting out with their dogs. I saw someone with about a 20-pound dog, and they were over at the area for the people gym, and there are these low hurdles, and they were jumping the dog. It's not about the physical exercise, it's about the mental exercise, isn't it, buddy? Good. So the mental exercise that I work now, he was basically given to us with no manners, not a big deal. Easy to work with him on manners. But this is the simple stuff that if you work with any kind of breed type before, any kind of dog, you want them to have the manners and paying attention to you. Yes, you're paying attention. And he's staying in front of me. So it's not about the food because he's already had breakfast, but I'm rewarding him. Toby. Toby, come. Yes. The yes is the reward. So here's 100% effectiveness. When you're working with any kind of project, and like this, it's a live dog or a live horse, or surfing where you can't control the waves, dogs are so much more into pleasing you and easy to handle that's why we're 100% effective. There are surfing programs out there. We just don't have the ability to count on the waves here in Venice. When there's a big storm, you already have to be a good surfer. So with the dog and our training, the dog's already stable and matched up with the vet at puppyhood. But this is for also folks that just have a dog and they want to work on the simple things of training that help that dog be stable in their house so it doesn't upset you and you have a great day. Toby, come. Did you hear me? I don't think you heard me. Toby, come. Yes. So the reward is the yes. It's not the food. Now I got a high, smelly something in my hand to keep his attention because he's not a super nose dog, but he's a working, you'll see if you can see his rib. Overfed dogs are really hard to train, even if they're puppies. When they're puppies, you can train them this simple stuff. Keep it simple and have fun with your little dog or big dog. Toby, come. Yes. Now you see some of the cool stuff, him being really agile. Let's see if I can bring in a couple of jumps. Little dogs, like big dogs, need to feel safe when they're eating. In our household, we have more than one dog, and I keep them all separate when they're eating. And if you have a couple little dogs, unless you're one of those AKC people, friends of mine, that travel the world with these spectacular little dogs, and they can be together without interrupting each other's feeding and sleeping. But he likes to feel safe, like any dog does. This is his little safe place. Toby, crate. It's a little bit of jump. Can you see that? And it's a little bit of a weird setup. But I have terrazzo floors everywhere. And I have dogs. And I have an office and I have a work environment. And I like to have a clean home. So there's areas of my home that the cabinetry is on really stable wheels. And then I figured out a way to put that in there. And a lot of these little dogs, wiener dogs and schnauzers, they're so used to digging. They like to have something over their head sometimes. Toby is actually even happier when I have things that, like, you know, I'll stack books here. And he can, after he eats, he'll fall asleep and it could be hours. He just loves it in there. It's his little place. And of course you've seen the big service dogs we have. And it also allows him to have his like, you know, don't come near me, this is my space. So if you have kids, that can be aggravating to your dog if your dog doesn't have a space where they can go and not be interrupted, because they sleep a lot. Dogs sleep a lot. And when they're awake, they're wanting to please you. That's the 100% effectiveness that we are with EuroPro canines. And I know a lot of AKC groups around here are spectacular. So whatever breed type you have, if there's a training facility that you can't get into, especially EuroPros, which is my favorite for civilians, join the AKC group that your dog breed type is. Now, I know a little bit about rewiring and stress because when I was young, I had a head injury, and they didn't realize how excessive it was till when I went to school the next year. This happened in the summer. I couldn't read, and I was a good little faker, but you can't fake reading. And with tutors, and you know, they got me really thrown into horse riding and taking care of horses. So cleaning the barn every morning, being out there in the fresh air, I mean, it was just spectacular. I mean, there's a lot of cleaning to do with a horse, but it just transformed my life. And that's what it did for my husband. Me and Mark are founders of the PTSD.org. Go to our website if you want to learn more about how to contribute to the cause, be a corporate champion, be one of our monthly donors, volunteer. We have events almost every Saturday. Well, we're going to have events every Saturday. We're going to be out and about, and you'll see us. And we need volunteers. We need help with the newsletter. And anything that you can contribute, your personal time, know that these dogs don't age out. Our service dogs are with our families for life. We're 100% effective with the dogs. We don't have any dogs that flunk out, because with the puppy, we vet them with the family. If the family already has a puppy, then we assess, can this puppy get to the level that this veteran or first responder needs this dog to be? But the end result, and if you click on our website at the bottom, where if you're in crisis, if you have PTSD, the options that you have, fill out an application with us. It's not a pill, but it is a furry ball of fun that's 100% effective. But